Class registration portal closes today. We have more Greece reviews from the insiders, PK and intramural soccer, and confessions today and tomorrow, all coming up next on the Panther Morning News.
Good morning, St. Mary's. I'm Mark.
And I'm Tommy.
And in student life news, don't miss more exciting performances of Greece from the Pink Lake Ladies, Burger Palace Boys, and the crew of Rydell High tonight, tomorrow night, and closing Saturday, April 1st at 7 p.m. Greece is a word. Don't take our word for it. Just listen to these people.
Mr. Vince, or should I say Colin, how do you feel?
Feel awesome. I think last night was better, personally, but technically wise, the techies did a lot better tonight than last night. We can do better, though, I think. This coming Thursday, if you're going to put this on announcements, Brother Dan, this Thursday, this Friday, this Saturday.
It's going to be insane. We're going to get a lot of rest. It's going to be insane. Thank you.
Vince Fontaine signing off.
Thanks for coming to see Greece. It was a great time. I hope you all come. We're playing Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week, and it's going to be a rock and roll good time.
And a friendly reminder that we will have our last rent and reconciliation services this week. Father Nick will be here today, and Father Ivan will be here tomorrow. Both will be here from 9:45 to 11:45. We still have spots open. If you are not Catholic, you may sign up to speak with the priest for spiritual guidance. All are welcome. Please email or see Mr. Alvarez for an appointment time. And use this last week of Lent to renew your soul before Easter.
CSF forms are available on PowerSchool for your T2 grades. Please submit your form along with a screenshot of your grades to Ms. McManus by 3 p.m. on Friday, March 31st. If you have any questions, please see Ms. McManus.
And juniors and seniors, prom tickets will be sold today at A Block for $140. Stop by and get your tickets early before the prices increase.
Here's the final Women's History Spotlight for Inclusive Community.
Yo, this is James from Inclusive Community, and today I was talking about Toni Morrison. Toni Morrison was born on February 18, 1931 in Lorain, Ohio. Growing up in an integrated neighborhood, Morrison had been exposed to the threat of racial discrimination at an early age, but did not become aware of it until her early teens. She focused her attention to her education and studies, becoming invested in learning about classic literature and storytelling. Morrison's parents had encouraged her to attend college to further this interest in literature. She attended Howard University, where she continued to witness the racial divisions, especially for people of color. Graduating from Howard in 1953 with a degree in English, Morrison continued her education in earning a master's degree in English. After Cornell, she moved to Texas to begin teaching at Texas Southern University, but located back to Howard as a professor, joining a writer's group and wrote a short story that would eventually become her first novel, The Bluest Eye. After 7 years, Morrison had then moved her family to New York, working for a publishing company as a senior editor. There, she published multiple of her most famous works such as The Bluest Eye, Song of Solomon, and Beloved, which won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction. Morrison became the first black woman to win a Nobel Peace Prize in 1993, and was then chosen by the National Endowment of the Humanities to give the Jefferson Lecture 3 years later. Morrison's literature focused and highlighted the voices of African American men, women, and children, and her commentary on race relations is one that remains an essential element of American literature. Many of her works have been adapted into movies, which further serves to inspire the American public, and in 2012, President Obama had awarded Morrison with the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
And it feels like not so long a time ago that we did freshman orientation. If you are interested in helping out again, then come to an informational meeting at A Block tomorrow in Ms. Dufala's classroom, room 228.
And course request information. By now, you should have already completed your online registration for next school year for PowerSchool. Your course registration and appeal forms are due today by 3:30 p.m. See your counselor if you have any questions.
And attention freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. Course appeals are due today by 3 p.m. If you need to appeal for a course, look for an email that Ms. Panlilio sent out yesterday.
And in club news, join us today for Growing Up Female in America Part 2 in Mr. Riccardi's room.
And shopping opens Friday with Green Garments. Prom edition at lunch this Friday in room 810, Dr. Tierney's room, and continuing next week. Come find your fabulous formal fashion fit, free for all students. Preview available at lunch, Wednesday and Thursday in the library, accepting new items every day.
And if you are participating in the cleanup for the Marin Circle and Fountain area on this Saturday, you must pick up a waiver from Miss McCormick in the sacristy. If it rains, it will be canceled. Work begins at 8:15 a.m. Be on time.
And now here's Tori with your Panther Athletics.
Good morning, Panthers. As expected, for the second straight day, all of the games were canceled except for one. With a few key players out, the Panthers boys volleyball team had to make huge adjustment on Hagler Court last night. Despite a slow start to the first few points of the first set, the Panthers came back to defeat the Kennedy Eagles in the first set. The Panthers used the high and intense energy from the first set to ultimately win the second set. Then the third set is when the Eagles adjusted to Panther offense and took advantage of our errors to claim the victory in the third set. And in the fourth set, the Panthers had another slow start but quickly took the lead with defense, serve, and kills to ultimately win the game. And what a great start to intramural soccer yesterday. A fantastic matchup between the Power Rangers and the Pickle Monsters. After a full game and an overtime period, the game ended 2-1 after sudden death penalty kicks. Congrats to the Pickle Monsters. And today there are 2 more games taking place, so please come out and enjoy. And I think these teams will have a much better luck today, so let's look at the Panthers' athletic schedule. Boys tennis travels to El Cerrito while the boys golf team hosts Hercules up at Tilden. And right here at Brady Park, the huge St. Mary's track and field team hosts De Anza and Hercules. That's it for sports. Now back to Mark and Tommy.
Thanks, Tori. And a very happy birthday today to Jojo Mansaic,
Grant Smith,
and Micaias Warner.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. And Epicurean continues the best of the states with today's menu featuring Colorado and Montana over in the Shea Cafe.
Well, there's nothing else to say, so sparkle on.
Wait, Mark. We have a video from Thailand for Enrichment Week that we are going to show.
Okay, proceed.
Okay, hi, my name is Padadat. I am from San Francisco district. Why did I move into Asia or engage in this kind of work? We like to respond to what we see, what we experience in our life. You may say, awake my Lassallean spirit. And also another way to experience you may say what life really is about.
Hello, I'm Brother Benil. I'm director of the Bamboo School. The mission here in the school just give basic education, mainly for kindergarten. And we have another class, those who are over age of kindergarten. The students here who study in the school come from the both sides, Myanmar side and Thailand side. Every day they have to cross the border.
Working with kids of all ages who speak very little of the language that I speak really proved to me that you don't need verbal communication to have a serious impact on someone's life.
If we grow the mushroom here, we can sell the market, and then it become lunch for the kids here.
Like having warm water is that's something we took for granted. The showers were pretty cold most of the times. We didn't have toilet paper, couldn't really complain because a lot of the people that live there have to go through those things as well.
Being more compassionate and caring for the people around me. The kids would just come up to us and give us a ton of gifts, and even though they didn't have a lot, they still found it in them to bring us more stuff.
I feel like I acted on the 5 core principles more than I ever have in 1 week than my whole time here at St. Mary's, which says a lot because we get a lot of opportunities to act on the 5 core principles.